Really feel like spring instead of these cold, wintry temperatures.
But I'll tell you what, even though the sun came out yesterday, it felt kind of nice, but still 47 degrees.
Yeah, it only got into the mid-40s yesterday despite that sunshine. So, yeah, you have to sit out in a parking lot and have the blacktop emit more heat back to you to make
just in case you got nothing else going on.
That's right.
All right.
But certainly, we will be on the warming trend now.
All right, Sam. Now, on a serious note, though, while you are here, we want to talk about this. Last year marked a devastating hurricane season throughout the country. You know that. We talked about it nonstop here on our air. New research is coming out and suggests that the upcoming hurricane season could be just as bad. Colorado State University issued its preliminary seasonal forecast earlier this week, Sam. Forecasters expect a slightly above average season with 14 named storms expected. 7 of those are expected to become hurricanes, including 3 major hurricanes. After watching that video, hopefully we get nothing like that.
Yes, well, I think the reason why we might have another above average hurricane season is because the water temperature is warmer than normal. And the other thing is we don't have an El Nino or a La Nina effect where you have the upper level winds that come from the west to the east across the equator in the ocean, where it tears the hurricanes apart. So this is kind of a year that's conducive for some good hurricanes.
Still too early to tell, though, right?
It's always too early to tell, but that preliminary research is because of the way the global circulation is shaping up this spring.
All right, we'll continue to follow that.
Okay.
Sam, thank you very much.
If my nomination is approved, I promise that from day one until my final day at the branch, I will do all that I can possibly do to live up to the responsibilities that comes with this new position.
Well, most certainly a busy week at the state capitol as we hear from Governor Malloy's new nominee for Supreme Court Chief Justice. Governor Malloy has nominated Supreme Court Associate Justice Richard Robinson to fill the position in the High Court. The move comes a week after state senators rejected Governor Malloy's first pick. Andrew McDonald failed to get enough votes. Justice Robinson has been an associate justice for the Supreme Court since December 2013. Now, if confirmed, Robinson will fill the seat of Chief Justice Chase Rogers, who retired back in the month of February. Robinson's nomination has gained support from both sides of the aisle.
What a Chief Justice does is not only run the Supreme Court, but also oversees the entire judicial branch. Well, this is a gentleman who had the ability to see it up front as a trial judge, so he saw all the different levels. That gives him a unique perspective of how to run the judicial branch.
And I hope that before the Judiciary Committee, that the Republican members of that committee treat the nominees better than they treated Justice McDonald, that they don't ask questions about who performed their marriages or things of that nature, or grilled them for 13 hours in a way that I think was highly inappropriate.
Governor Malloy also nominated Superior Court Judge Stephen Ecker to become a Supreme Court Associate Justice. Moving on now, the tax deadline is quickly approaching. If you look at your calendar, you know it. And if you haven't done your taxes yet, you've got less than 2 weeks to do it. But there's good news. Students and volunteers from the Ethel Walker School in Simsbury have partnered with the United Way and the IRS to help some families in need file their taxes this year. The event goes on from 1 to 4 p.m. at Hands on Hartford. Remember, that tax deadline is coming up April 17th. Still to come on this Sunday morning, with it being Sunday, there's plenty coming up on the calendar for this upcoming week. We're going to look at what's coming up in the week ahead. Plus, Mr. Tim Wakefield, the former Boston Red Sox great, made a pit stop here in the state of Connecticut to meet some fans, and we caught up with him. That and more when the Fox 61 Morning News on this Sunday morning comes right back. Stay with us.